Tired of jumping through hoops to buy Bitcoin? Frustrated with endless paperwork and invasive identity checks? Introducing Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club's loan program. No KYC required. Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to freedom. Borrow up to $250,000 at as little as 7% interest. Join our community and take control of your financial future. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where privacy meets opportunity. Connect with like-minded individuals and grow together. Visit us today and unlock your $250,000 Bitcoin loan. Your journey to financial freedom starts here.
Yes, it does. Welcome to the show, folks. Hang on one second. I'm responding to a text. It's let me put it this way. Everyone in Washington, D.C. knows exactly what's going on. Let me explain exactly where we're at in the middle of this war. We have the Federal Reserve that kept the interest rates flat. All right, flat in this environment, they might as well have set a torch on global equities, global everything. And this is what's very important is, and let me share this screen. It's very important. Let me read this. Every bank, pension, insurance company, hedge fund is leveraged to the hits on treasuries. They'll burn every risk asset to ashes to keep the sacred bond bubble breathing. That is absolutely correct. We're in the middle of an economic war and a monetary war. Yesterday, Ray Dalio put out an interview, and that's exactly what he said is, this is the beginning of the monetary war. We have China announcing, I think we're going to launch a global reserve currency that is in complete competition with U.S. government. And let's put it this way, our treasury is at war with the Chinese treasury, which is at war with the equities, which is at war with gold, which is at war with silver, which is at war with Bitcoin. Everything, this is what they have to do. They have to push everything else lower so that everyone is attracted to the treasury bonds. If they don't, the bond rate will skyrocket right at the point that America has to refinance their debt. This is serious shit right now. This is where we all knew it would go. And if you didn't know it would go here, well, welcome to the party. Epstein's real. Pizzagate is real. The majority of the government are criminals. And we're at war with the Federal Reserve and the global reserve system right now. And the progressives here in America, they're not on our side. They want a system just like China. They don't want China to run it. They want to run it. but they want a system just like China here in America and Europe. And Europe is getting there. Europe is fucked. Europe is absolutely fucked. They got rid of the jury trial. Do you know where the jury trial originated? In Europe. The reason they're getting rid of the jury trial is so nominated and put in place judges are ruling on if you're guilty or if you're innocent, because they know the people are uniting. That's what the Bitcoin is. That's what the silver is. That's what the gold is. The gold is more like central banks. The silver has a good portion of the people. We're at a point where someone's going to win. And when I say win, let me rephrase that. Some of us are going to survive. England is not going to survive. China is already dead. And what I hear is, oh man, China's in deep trouble. China's in deep trouble because of their population. Their population's dropping. Guys, that's part of the fucking plan. That's like accidentally making cake. You have all the ingredients, you mix it together, you put it in the oven, then you're surprised when you got cake. They had a one-child policy. Let that sink in. You were only legally allowed to have one child. So, you don't think China, who has been around for thousands and thousands of years, you don't think that legislating the allowance of children is going to have a social and economic effect on your country? Of course they knew. That was their communistic version of, let's just say, the shot over here. See, over here, they couldn't legislate children. They couldn't go, okay, Americans, one child each. So they said, okay, Americans, have a bunch of kids. We're just going to kill them. Sorry. And we'll encourage abortion and all this good stuff, because the elite's agenda is population control. The key word in there is control. If you have a schoolroom full of children and you got 100 kids, which is easier to control, 100 kids or 9? Easier to control 9 than 100. Hell, Rockefeller said it. He said, and I quote, it's easier to kill 1 million people than it is to govern 1 million people. This is the mindset we're up against. And we think they're going to flinch at crashing an economy, 1929, 2008. Crashing an economy is a plus for these people. Because while they make everyone else fucking go broke, they actually buy up the assets. Or if you're a bank, if another bank fails, you go in and you rescue the failing bank, which means you get all their good assets. You don't accept their bad assets. That goes on the taxpayers. Don't be silly. They're leeches. They're leeches with poison. Not, they could kill you, but they don't want to kill you until you're no longer a feature of the economic system, of the production system. See, everyone is looking at the COVID wrong. They're like, well, supply chains and all this stuff, and that broke the supply chain. That broke globalism. No, it didn't. That broke human labor-based globalism. And if you're going to retool a global system, you got to break the old one. Now they're implementing the robots. Do you think it's just happenstance that, oh man, the COVID broke the global supply chain? Oh, look, AI and robots. How convenient. How fucking convenient that right after we produce this fucking virus, and then we issue the the vaccine, that we roll out AI and robots. Oh, how nice. What perfect timing. It's almost like it was fucking planned. They're resetting the system. Guys, read Agenda 30. Agenda 30 doesn't mean Agenda 30 launches 2030. Agenda 30 means they need to have this wrapped up by 2030. That's now. We're living through a war of the elites. And everyone's watching the price of Bitcoin, and everyone's watching unemployment. Everyone's watching the numbers. Everyone's watching the numbers. The numbers set the narrative. This is a numbers narrative. And the numbers narrative is how they manipulate. Now, they may be true numbers. I'm not saying they're fake, but the numbers are giving them, okay, what we did 6 months ago, that worked. We are living through the French Revolution, except globally. We are living through 1776, except globally. We are living through 1929, except globally. We are living through 1932 with gold and silver and the rollout of a new currency. They're rolling out a new currency. It's Bitcoin. But they're rolling out a currency that will back the new system. They're rolling up all of the value add of the old system into gold. Then China's going to launch a gold-backed currency, and it will be tokenized. It's what Tether is doing with the gold stablecoin. But the next shift, which this will shift, it's just going to be gradual once they shift it into the right hands. Guys, the problem they got with Bitcoin is too many of you motherfuckers own it. This is 1932. Everyone's turning your gold. They can't do that with Bitcoin. They can't say, everyone send us your Bitcoin, because people will be like, yeah, fuck you. And because of the privacy wallets, you can say fuck you anonymously. They're doing what they did in 1932, except this time it's out in the public. This time they're revaluing gold in real time, using the markets and not the government, because this shows you the true government isn't the governments, it's the markets, it's the market manipulators. It's in crypto and in every other market, there is a title, I swear to God, that's called a market maker. Well, that seems kind of blunt. What do you do? Oh, I make markets. How do you make a market? Oh, I manipulate shit. Oh, well, who's associated with you, market makers? Oh, we have a press agency. We have relationships with newspapers. We have relationships with journalists. We have relationships with Bloomberg. We have relationship with NASDAQ. We have relationships with Coinbase. Brian Armstrong, I'm not mad at you. You're playing the game that's set in front of you. When they put a chess board in front of you and you think you're playing checkers, you better learn how to play chess real fucking quick. This is where we're at. This is why, trust me, guys, everyone's under attack. Coinbase is getting legally beaten to death. So is Kraken. So is every other company. Trust me. The banks are now the army of the system. All of them. All of the major banks. This is choke point 3.0 without the government involvement. This is the progressive movement implants into the economic system that is bringing the economic system down. And any company that's involved in cryptos or Bitcoin is under attack from choke point 3.0, which means the banks and some of the companies in crypto. Chainalysis, I'm looking at you. See, we thought choke point 2.0 was bad. No. That was choke point 2.0 was just creating the system outside of the government. They knew they were going to lose to Trump. Why do you think they nominated a woman that her only claim to fame was giving blowjobs to a mayor in California? Why do you think they chose as her vice president little Mr. Porky Pig in fucking Minnesota? If you know you're going to lose, you don't choose your winners. You choose your losers. If they honestly thought they were going to win, they wouldn't have put up her. There's no fucking way. Some retard that can barely fucking end a sentence. And then her vice president, who is arguably one of the dumbest politicians in the United States. They chose their losing team. It's the equivalent of a football team. If you're losing 84-3, you don't send out your A team in the defense. You're sending out the water boy. you're like, okay, who is the dumbest person or the worst player that could qualify to play in the position? Come on, Rudy. They send in the retards. That's what this is all about. And finally, fucking people are starting to realize, oh, this is a conspiracy. This is a long planned out conspiracy. Yeah, it's not a conspiracy, fuckers. It's a plan. What's the difference between a plan and a conspiracy? A conspiracy you don't want people to know about. A plan is something you want people to know about. That's the difference. And there's so many of us who are working our asses off to set up the new system. Guys, we are on the shores of Normandy right now. And we got crypto people being shot like the door just dropped. We got motherfuckers jumping over the side of the ship just trying to make it out. You may not realize this is a war, but it is. And I, for one, I'm not worried about fucking dying. I'm worried about living in the system that they're creating. Guys, if they win, we all are fucked. You think they aren't going to take someone like me or someone like Alex Jones or someone like Joe Rogan? You don't think they're going to fucking cut the wings off of these people? You think they're going to let Joe Rogan broadcast freely? No. This is not about money. This is about fucking survival. This is about all of us uniting against this new system they're rolling out. Because if we don't do it, guys, they will. How many listening to my voice right now think Trump's going to go 3 years without an assassination attempt? Really, think about it. 3 years. See, the systems are set up, folks. The systems are already set up. We're at the exact point. Read your history. We're at the exact point where they realized, oh, now it's time that we take out Abraham Lincoln. They had set up the system. They used him for what they needed. He brought the public and the military through the Civil War. That was the end of his job. That was it. Hey, thanks, appreciate that. What Abraham Lincoln wanted is not what we got after Reconstruction. Because they didn't want him there during Reconstruction. I mean, anybody ever wonder why the ex-presidents that were Democrats and progressives, while they seem to live forever, but the ex-good presidents who were trying to actually take out their system, JFK, Nixon, Reagan, they all die like, oh shit, they were president. Oh shit, look, they got cancer. Oh shit, they got Alzheimer's. Oh shit, somebody shot him in Dallas. All of the progressive presidents are living for fucking ever. But the conservative and liberty-minded presidents, they drop like flies. They get shot at. Yeah. Because they can't have someone like Trump. They can't have a Ronald Reagan going into what they created with George Bush. You don't think Ronald Reagan would have lost his ever-loving fucking mind when George Bush was like, and we're going to create a new world order? Ronald Reagan would have been like, what the fuck? That's the opposite of what I wanted or what the American people wanted. Richard Nixon. Now, I'm not saying Nixon was perfect, but Nixon smartly played dirty. Because you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Nixon brought a gun to a gunfight. And because we didn't have social media, we didn't have anybody. Remember, Nixon was the most popular president in U.S. history. Let that sink in. Of all of the presidents, Richard Nixon was the most popular. He beat Reagan. He beat George Washington. He beat Abraham Lincoln. But do you know anything about Richard Nixon other than Watergate? No. Or, he took us off the gold standard. Do you know why he took us off the gold standard? Because the gold standard was and still is the money of the elite. Always has been. That's why the founding fathers chose silver as the American monetary metal. They didn't choose gold. They chose silver. Why? Because it was decentralized. It was economically and monetarily decentralized. Gold was centralized. This is, some people ain't getting it. What is the best value to purchase during this dip? Your freedom. Your freedom. Quit thinking about fucking money. You guys, yeah. I look around and I see everyone counting their money walking into the prison. Ooh, I got me some money. I'm going to jail. I'm going to prison. Yeah, we're walking into a prison system counting the money that the prison produces. And everyone's like, ooh, should I buy the dip? How about you buy a fucking clip or a magazine? Because none of this money's going to mean jack fuck. None of this Bitcoin's going to mean jack fuck. None of this silver's going to mean jack fuck. If your son, your daughter, your friends, your family, if they are charged extra to leave the 15-minute city, if you have to have a day pass to leave a city, what does that make the city? It's a fucking prison. I mean, everyone's whistling past the graveyard on their way to the prison. And everyone's like, am I up or am I down? Are you up or down? Motherfucker, you're on the bottom of the ocean. You're drowning. The country's drowning. The world is drowning. And everyone's on the bottom of the ocean counting their fucking seashells. And I'm looking around like, oh, wow, look at all of our rich slaves, our rich prisoners. Guys, you're judging your wealth off of something they can collapse. Let that really sink in. You're looking at your wealth denominated in a currency they can crush. You're walking into hell counting your ice cubes. And everyone's like, oh, look at how many, oh, my number of ice cubes went down. Yeah, because they're melting them. As they lead you into hell, your ice cubes start to melt. But you're not worried about walking into hell. You're worried that your ice cubes last a little bit longer in hell. What are we doing, guys? I hope everyone realizes at what a pivotal fucking point we're at. We're in civil war. We're in global war. France is like, oh yeah, we're going to arrest Elon Musk. Let that sink in, guys. We're going to arrest Elon Musk for owning a platform, for doing things we didn't want him to do, or allowing things, not even doing, just allowing things that he has zero. It's if we give up free speech, we're done. Guys, when you lose the First Amendment, you only got one real protective amendment left. Hang on one second. Word from the sponsor.
Ever wondered how safe your online activities really are? How secure is your digital footprint? In the vast realm of the internet, privacy and security are paramount. Without adequate protection, your personal data might be at risk. There are solutions to these issues, and today we're going to talk about two of them. Introducing Liberty Laptops from Calyx Solutions. These cutting-edge devices are meticulously designed to bolster online privacy, providing you the liberty to surf the internet incognito. The World Wide Web can be a wild frontier, but with Liberty Laptops, your online privacy is always protected. We also present you Crypto Laptops, designed with cryptocurrency users in mind. Equipped to support a myriad of wallets and exchanges, these laptops are tailored for seamless cryptocurrency transactions. They offer enhanced security protocols to keep your digital assets safe. Crypto Laptops ensures a secure and smooth cryptocurrency experience. It's time to take control of your online privacy and security. Venture over to Calyx Solutions and explore our Liberty Laptops and Crypto Laptops. Don't forget, our affiliate program lets you earn $50 per sale. Visit calyxsolutions.io now or call 7028458276 for more information, because your online safety is our priority.
All right, brother, you ain't wrong. Money means nothing when you're dead or imprisoned. Exactly. Exactly. Guys, I have been in this world for 9 years now. Wait. Yeah. 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 9 years. I've had my house raided. I've had the FBI at my house twice. And I still have people asking me, hey, if shit goes to hell in America, where are you going? The fuck you mean where am I going? If America falls, there's nowhere to go. If America falls, how long do you think El Salvador is going to remain what we know of El Salvador right now? No. There will be no free place left in the world. El Salvador is going to just return to what it was. How long do you think the president of El Salvador can hold up if America falls? Why do you think Trump is implementing the Monroe Doctrine? Do you know how long ago the Monroe Doctrine was put in place? We're talking the 1830s, maybe a little bit earlier than that. Guys, we are blowing the dust off of old documents because the new bureaucracies are all corrupt. Everyone's like, wow, Trump keeps on bringing up this thing from 1821 and 1830. Yeah, because that system is what we were meant to be. See, everyone knows the Revolutionary War. Very few people know the War of 1812. The War of 1812 was the second hit on America. They came back. They're like, oh, okay. Well, you won't let us set up. You won't let us set up our fucking banks in America. You won't let us infiltrate your system. Then we'll come over. We'll come over and burn your fucking White House down. We're in the same place, guys. We're in the same place, except now we have digital. We have drones. We have mosquitoes that are little fucking robots that can inject you with poison. And everyone thinks you just had a heart attack. We had a global movement for a vaccine that changes your DNA and causes blood clots. And yet, Walgreens has it for you right now. Don't forget to get your booster. Guys, the war ain't over until the booster ain't at Walgreens. And to be honest, and this is just my opinion, I think that Trump is leaving the boosters there because he was like, well, only the stupid people are taking them. Because as soon as they get done at the Minnesota protest, they're like, oh, I got to swing by Walgreens and get my booster. Why take away the weapon that they created that only their stupid people are taking? You know what they say? When the enemy's committing suicide, have a hot cup of shut the fuck up. And yeah, we're going to lose a lot of people in this war. We've already lost a lot of people in this war. Like that one guy says, or like Joe Rogan says, we lost a lot of people during COVID. And a lot of them are still alive. Guys, we have a hard job. We have a hard job because America's economy, the American system we live in now is not like the Civil War. We can't shut the economy down and fight a war. That's what the Civil War was. We're in a very crazy place right now because we not only have to fight a global war, we have to create the new system while we're at war. That's what Bitcoin is. That's what cryptos are. That's what our clubs are. That's what our credit union is. That we're trying to create the new system while we're getting bombs shelled at us. Because if the system collapses, and I mean the old system, and it's looking like it's getting there. If the old system collapses before we get a lot of people into the new system, we're toast. Guys, every application you use, your PayPal, your Zelle, your credit cards, every form of payment you have, except Bitcoin, is third-party risk. Everything. If we lose this war, you don't think YouTube has your search history? You don't think YouTube doesn't know you're watching my show right now? You don't think YouTube has... It's why I'm on my 5th YouTube channel. Because now they don't care. Now it's just tracking. They can't let me get big. That's why Rumble's rocking and kicking ass. But YouTube, they just want to know what you watch. They're making a Schindler's List in reverse. They're figuring out who they're sending to the gas chambers. And it's going to be a digital gas chamber. Because you guys, you were a little too aware, so the shot didn't work on you guys. Gonna have to use that financial shot. Think about this. Our president right now is Donald J. Trump. Close friends with Richard Nixon. Close friends with JFK Jr. Do you think Trump needed this? Do you think Trump's ego is so big he's like, oh, well, I just have to be president? That's the creme de la creme of that will be the feather in my cap. And as I do it, the whole system's going to try and fucking arrest me and collapse my company. They're going to debank me. This is really going to help me get that extra bump. What did Trump have to know? Think about I really want you to think about this. Put yourself in Trump's place. You got Mar-a-Lago. You got all these properties. You're a fucking billionaire. You're known worldwide. What would you have to know to throw your hat into the lion's cage known as fucking Washington, D.C. and global politics? What would make you do that? What would make you feel as if, fuck, no one else is stepping up? No one else is willing to fucking risk it all. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. He knew. Of course he knew. If I run for president, especially if I win, my children aren't safe. My grandchildren aren't safe. My family, everything I've worked for, everything I have built isn't safe. They're going to try and kill me. What would he have to know? What would he have to know in the debate with Hillary Clinton when she said, well, thank God that you're not in charge of our laws or executing our laws? And Trump, he didn't think about it. It rolled off his fucking tongue. Well, you'd be in prison. Think about that. He didn't pause. He didn't have to recollect some instance that he could use that in a general term. In the front of his mind, that whole fucking debate was, I'm in a debate with an evil criminal. That's what was at the front of his fucking brain. Because as soon as he had an opening, that just popped out. That was say the first word that comes to your fucking mind shit. Guys, Trump's at war. Trump's whole cabinet is at war. Everyone who is pro-freedom, pro-life, pro-liberty is at war. And we have a bunch of people that they think they're wounded when the price of an asset they hold goes down. They think they're bleeding in the streets. If you think that the price of the Bitcoin is equivalent to blood in the streets, you have never seen blood in the streets. That's a meme. We're at a place. We're at a place. Price only matters when you buy. Okay. How much would you pay for your freedom? If I told you that if you gave up all your Bitcoin, but you were absolutely free, that you lived in a country that valued liberty over everything, would you give up your Bitcoin for your freedom? Or is it Or is it just a representation of your past freedom? Or slavery, shall we say? See, people are trying to hold on to some past value. Like, I earned this money while I was a slave. So I know I'm going to be a slave, but at least I'm going to have a little slave money. We have to look forward. We can't. We got a lot of people that are their chickens, not even before they hatch, because they're assuming they'll have land for their chickens. I'm saying if we don't win this, we're not only not going to have chickens, we ain't going to have land to have fucking chickens. And they'll grow our chickens in a lab. And we will get our little microwave dinners dropped off by Uber Eats welfare division. Meals on Wheels provided by USAID. I'm all in, guys. I'm up or I'm down or I'm dead or I'm alive or what the fuck ever. But I can't sit here and go, well, hope my Bitcoin goes up. Hope my dollar doesn't get too devalued. I can't sit in the hull of the ship and look at all the holes in the ship and go, boy, I hope that one doesn't fill us up. When there's 20 other fucking holes in the ship and you're complaining about one hole in the ship. The ship's fucking going down. And we're worried about the silverware. We have to fix the ship or we all die. Because my grandfather once said, I got a lot of friends who wore jewelry on the day of their funeral. Let that sink in for a second. I got a lot of friends who wore jewelry on the day of their funeral. Kind of gives you an idea of where the fuck we're at. Your Bitcoin, your money, your cash, your all of that ain't gonna mean shit when you're 6 feet under. But you know what will mean shit? Is everyone else left alive a slave? Or do they live in a world of liberty? Or is it at least moving forward towards liberty? We have been in an all-out war. They have poisoned our food. They poisoned our waters. They have poisoned our children. They have poisoned our sky. They have poisoned everything. And we're all poisoned people, arguing over if we can afford enough poison. Well, may you live in interesting times. And my friends, you do. I don't think enough people know what interesting times they live in. You will. You will. We will win. It's just going to be one hell of a battle. The key is not giving up. That's the key. That's the key. You can never give up. If you're climbing a mountain and you're almost to the top, you can at least see the top or imagine what the top looks like, and you slip and you fall, are you just going to go, well, fuck it, and then fucking turn around? No. We've all climbed too far. We are at the point of no return. You know why? Because there's nothing to fucking return to. Think about this, guys. If we don't win, it isn't that we are going to go back to the old days. We're not. We're going to go forward into the new days with Epstein and Epstein-like people just running the show, except it will be a digital version. And Elon Musk will be in jail. Trump will be dead. All of Trump's family will be imprisoned. The majority of us will be labeled, if not in prison. And the people alive at that time who robots are normal for, and AI basically runs their schedule, not in accordance with what they want, because they never learned how to know what they want. All they do is they follow the algorithm. Siri, what do I have on my schedule today? Well, you have a list of what everyone else wants you to do. Thank you, Siri. I'll get on those. And that's the prison we'll be in. Because everything's a tool. Robots are great. Unless they're not. A gun is great unless it's pointed at you. Yeah, this is the Great Awakening. A lot of us are awake. The problem is a lot of us haven't gotten the fuck out of bed yet. We're still contemplating if we want to hit the snooze. Don't hit the snooze, guys. You need to get your ass out of bed and live your life with the mission of replacing the old system in whatever way possible. Whatever way possible. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day. I will see you guys in a few hours. We have our soft grand opening at our West Palm Beach Club. So, and I'm doing a live show from there. Everyone, have a great day. Love you guys. I will see you in a few hours. Bye-bye.
Tired of jumping through hoops to buy Bitcoin? Frustrated with endless paperwork and invasive identity checks? Introducing Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club's loan program. No KYC required. Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to freedom. Borrow up to $250,000 at as little as 7% interest. Join our community and take control of your financial future. Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where privacy meets opportunity. Connect with like-minded individuals and grow together. Visit us today and unlock your $250,000 Bitcoin loan. Your journey to financial freedom starts here.